Hello, this is Xbox Ahoy, and this is the 11th episode of my Black Ops weapon guide. Scratch one more. In this episode, we're covering the second light machine gun, the RPK. It's fully automatic, as you'd expect, and is unlocked at level 6. The RPK, or rooch-noy pul-eh-myot Kalashnikova, is a weapon that originates from the former Soviet Union, and is a derivation of Kalashnikov's AK-47 design. The version represented in-game is actually the RPK-74, based on the AK-74 rifle, which were both introduced in 1974. Essentially a longer-barreled version of the infantry rifle with an attached bipod, the RPK supplanted the earlier RPD as the Red Army's primary LMG. As both the AK and RPK-74 share a large number of manufactured parts, supply and maintenance of the weapons is more easily managed, and production more efficient. Magazine capacity is 40 rounds, or 80 with extended magazines, giving you an extra 33% when compared to the similar HK-21. The RPK-74 fires the 5.45 by 39mm M74 round, a smaller, high-velocity round designed to yaw in flesh and cause devastating cavitation. Damage in game is comparable to the other LMGs, consistent at all ranges and high by most other weapon standards. Like the HK-21 and Stoner 63, the RPK will kill in 3 hits at any range, or 2 hits if both are headshots. Rate of fire is on par with the HK-21 too. 750 rounds per minute place it squarely in the middle of the category as far as fire rates are concerned. One major downside to the RPK is its heavy recoil. When fired automatically, the RPK will exhibit a severe upwards pull, making staying on target nearly impossible. Outside of close range, the only way to effectively employ the RPK is to fire in short bursts, waiting for the recoil to settle before firing again. This mitigates the effect of the recoil, and has the added benefit of prolonging your ability to provide supporting fire. Aim time is typically slow for an LMG, 350 milliseconds, and despite being magazine fed, has a painfully slow 4-second reload. The iron sights are relatively unobtrusive, so the optical attachments are less useful, but the usual complement are available should you be so inclined. The red dot sight is the square-framed Soviet type, as shared with the AK-74U and AK-47. Out of all the close-range optics, this particular variant is my favourite. The generous lens size offers a great view on target. The reflex is functionally identical, with a slightly smaller lens. Otherwise perfectly usable, and can provide some assistance in quickly acquiring targets. Neither sight offers any functional difference over the iron sights though, so you may want to opt for an attachment with a more tangible benefit. The high recoil of the RPK render the long-range optics troublesome to use. While the ACOG might give you a better sight picture through increased magnification, it also increases recoil correspondingly, making it all but impossible to land accurate shots at range. The infrared scope is arguably worse. With greater magnification comes a greater still increase in the massive upward recoil, making for a very difficult weapon to employ effectively. The non-optical attachments are much more useful, and the RPK is the only LMG to offer dual mags for faster alternate reloads. Sadly, the attachment is essentially useless as it grants no additional ammunition, and the faster alternate reload is worthless when you consider that the faster reload is essentially skipped altogether when using extended magazines. Instead of 1 slow and 2 fast reloads as with the dual mags, extended mags give you the same 160 rounds with just a single reload halfway, making it by far the most useful attachment. Given that the recoil is substantially higher than the HK-21 and the fire rate identical, the extra 20 rounds at your disposal over the 60 you get with the HK-21 extended mags is your only real advantage. For that reason, the logical recommendation is extended magazines. It's by far the most beneficial attachment. Being slow to swap, the LMGs aren't particularly suited to pairing with a pistol. Generally speaking, it's better to rely on hipfire in close-range engagements. This means a launcher is a sensible choice, and there are few better choices for team support than the Strela 3. with the ability to instantly neutralize any aerial threat without changing class. You can deny the enemy their kill streaks and tilt your team's fortune in your favor. For a defensive objective-based class, I'd go for the frag grenades with white phosphorus smoke grenades for capturing points or misdirection. For your equipment, the motion sensor is a great choice to help watch your back while you're in a defensive location. Place it near an objective or other strategic location, and you'll have useful insight into your enemy's movement. The key focus for our class with the RPK is situational awareness. As well as providing support fire for your team, you can also leverage the class to maximize other aspects of your support ability. Our first perk choice is a great one for use in team objective games. Hardline reduces the kill requirement for any kill streak by 1, useful for keeping a steady supply of spy planes and air support. The benefit of Hardline is more pronounced on the lower kill streaks. Just 2 kills for a spy plane will mean you can often provide near-complete radar coverage for your team. A good player running the spy plane and counter spy plane with Hardline will provide a massive situational awareness advantage over the enemy. It's also wise to take advantage of Hardline Pro's ability to re-roll care packages. You benefit your team with the spy planes, and get a better chance at a high reward of your own with the care package. LMGs are ideal for a defensive role, but it's unlikely that you'll need to defend the same spot for the entire game. Our second perk choice lessens the danger involved in moving position by augmenting your ability at close range. Steady aim allows you to dispense your generous ammunition supply more accurately from the hip, great for when you're on the move or otherwise surprised up close. LMGs suffer from worse hipfire performance than both SMGs and assault rifles, but the addition of steady aim closes the gap, and your ammunition supply means you can be quite liberal with the trigger, usually making those intent on assaulting your position regret their rashness. The pro benefit of steady aim improves your sprint recovery and allows you to fire faster, so there's less penalty when you're caught in a situation where you need to get somewhere quickly. To round out our class and to further improve situational awareness, Hacker can give an insight to enemy emplacements, and when paired with spy planes and your motion sensor, can make you almost omniscient. It's very useful should the enemy have active SAM turrets too. Being able to destroy or hack them can avoid your spy plane advantage being lost. The RPK is a hard weapon to handle, but offers significant and sustainable support fire, with potential capacity second only to the M60, and with a faster rate of fire. Treating it as a burst fire takes advantage of the weapon's high damage over longer sightlines, and steady aim allows you to reposition frequently while maintaining a good close-range defense through hipfire. Adopt a support gunner role with a Strela 3 hardline and team-oriented kill streaks, and you'll be the model team player, tilting a game's odds in your favor. You pay for the abundance of firepower of the RPK through very slow handling and a level of recoil above most other automatic weapons. It might not be a weapon of precision, but when you need to form a rock-solid defense upon a strategic point, the sustainable might of the RPK will help retain every inch of soil, repel invaders, and onward to victory. Thanks for watching. This has been Xbox Ahoy. Join me next time when I'll be covering the second sniper rifle, the WA-2000. Until then, farewell.